there's this biological condition of wanting or needing to be in connection to spirit, but it's often the thing that we look for in all the wrong places.
That connection, between, it's so hard to draw the line, like where's self-help and where's spirituality and where's philosophy and where's psychology, where it's all united, it's all
I
part
think
of
it's all the
one.
same potentially. I mean, we can get into that.
I agree. I think it's all the same. It's all different slices of the same pie,
Mhm.
which is the human experience. And you quoted, Père Teilhard de Chardin, we're not human beings having a spiritual experience, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And for me, when I really realized that, so I grew up a member of the Baha'i faith, and I'm a practicing member of the Baha'i faith right now. That's my religious tradition, but I left it hard in my 20s, like so many people in their 20s do, to go kind of find myself in the big city, um, and had a lot of great times, but also had a lot of really, really difficult times. And when I look back at those, at what I went through, I realize now that we didn't have the vocabulary then that we do now around mental health, but I really was going through a mental health breakdown.
Mm.
I would have debilitating anxiety attacks that would literally leave me shaking on the floor.
Mhm.
I was in severe depression, getting treatment for that, but no one talked about you have mental health issues. I was deep into addiction. I was really poly addicted, pretty much anything you could kind of get addicted to. I was just trying to use, like you said, to kind of soothe and escape that wound, and trying to connect in unhealthy ways. And but at the same time, when I look back on it, I'm so grateful for those experiences. It forced me into therapy. It forced me to kind of rethink my spiritual life. It got me back in touch with my faith, and um, I'm in it, and it kind of set me on a journey, which has been a flawed journey. It's not like I've got it all figured out, but and something we were talking a little bit about before this started, Gabby, which was, and Reza kind of tipped his hat to it, which is not separating a spiritual practice from a daily practice of being a human being. Because if we're spiritual beings having a human experience, then everything we do in some way, shape, or form can and has to reflect the spiritual.
This unconscious or conscious, depending on where you're at and what you think on a day-to-day basis, but this unconscious desire to be in connection with spirit, which ultimately to me means to feel love, to dwell in the energy of love and joy.
Mm.
And when that's the through line, and it shows up here when I'm with you guys, and it'll show up when I'm with my 3-year-old, and it'll show up when I'm in an Uber with some guy that's like, driving too fast, and I'm bringing the joy and, hey man, can you just slow it down? Like what happened this morning, but being in the presence of that joy and that love, no matter where you go, can be that through line between who you are on the office and who you are as an actor and who you are on your podcast and who you are as a friend and who you are as a family member. And for me, I'll just speak for myself, and I'd love to hear what your theory on this is, Reza, but like when we make that primary intention, which is to lean towards joy, to be in love, to be a spiritual being, that it ultimately can be the thread between all of the different parts that we play in our life. Reza, what does faith mean to you?
Rainn knows this because I say it all the time, but my absolute favorite Bible verse is from the book of James, which is my favorite book in the Bible, written by my favorite character in all of Judeo-Christian history, James, the literal brother of Jesus. James, one of his most famous sayings is, "Faith without works is dead."
Yep.
And I
Yep.
love that phrase. I
Love it,
just
love it, love
love
it.
it.
I didn't know that was James's phrase.
That
I
was
mean, like,
James's phrase.
I mean, I might have thought it was like Jesus's or something. God bless James.
You would think so, but
I'm
it's,
taking
yeah.
his best one-liner and giving it to his brother. Yeah.
And there's background to that phrase too, because James was very much in conversation with Paul. Paul, who essentially gave us what we now call Christianity. And Paul has a very famous saying where he says that all you need for salvation is faith. You don't need anything else, right? That it's just faith is a gift given to you by God. Salvation is a gift given to you by God, and all you need is faith. And James basically says, bullshit. That's not true. I know, because I bunked with Jesus.
Right. Right.
And no, that's not what it is. That if you have faith and you don't have works, then what's the point?
Love it. Love that. Love that. What a great thing to bring up, because you can have all the faith in the world. You can be sitting on your meditation table. You can be praying all day long, but what's the point if you're not actually letting that prayer speak through you to guide you to take an action?
I mean, he literally says it's dead. That's the words that he uses. He
Yep.
doesn't say like, it would be better if you expressed your faith in works. He says it is dead. It's useless. Go live in a cave if that's what you want to do.
So good.
So to me, it's really about like every decision in your life, from how you shop to what you buy, to how you respond to people, to how you respond to evil. That's what faith is. It's faith is external actions.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the Dear Media YouTube channel for more videos.